I was starving myself and it worked. I got skinny, but it was not sustainable because the moment I started back eating, the weight was gonna come back on. You know what I mean? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sophie. If you're someone balancing a busy schedule, which could be motherhood, fatherhood, work, personal problem, you know how hard it is to stay consistent with your fitness goals. So I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. I have been there, and you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm about to tell you my story. So here we go. One thing I've learned over the years is your fitness journey is not going to be linear. There's gonna be ups and downs. There are gonna be times where you feel jacked and skinny, you know what I mean? Depending on what it is you want. Like, you wanna be a skinny queen. Some days you're gonna feel like you're that girl. It's not gonna be this perfect graph where it's always going up and you're always doing good. You have to find a way to not let the dips of the journey bring you down. My fitness journey started in high school. I had gained a ton of weight after moving to America. I would compare myself with the other girls and I'd be like, I'm a big back, you know what I mean? I'm one of the big girls here. And it did not help that I had adults in my life telling me how big I was and like how much weight I'm gaining. Those comments were not helping me out at all. So I started spiraling a little. I literally started starving myself. Essentially, I just would not eat, or I would eat the smallest amount of food in order to lose weight. And guess what? It worked. I remember my mom being very scared and very nervous because she could tell that I was just slowly downhill. My energy levels were shit. It was really hard for me to wake up in the morning, but she could also tell that I'm not eating. And I remember one day, my sweet, perfect mom, she drove me around to all my favorite restaurants. She's like, do you want this? I'm like, no. Do you want that? No. And you could tell the panic in her voice, and you could tell how nervous she was for me. And no, I was not interested in eating. When I tell you I had a watermelon diet, I was eating watermelon and going to sleep. That's all I did. And guess what? I got skinny. But it was not sustainable because the moment I started back eating, the weight was gonna come back on. You know what I mean? All the people who were telling me that I was big as hell, they started seeing me losing weight and they're applauding me, but they don't know that I'm not eating. They have no idea. Joined the Navy after graduating high school, and I started working out with my friends who were really into fitness at the time. They started teaching me a couple things here and there, and I wouldn't say I was really like going hard and like on a fitness journey, but that is where my knowledge started. I moved to Oklahoma. I know nobody there, so the first thing I did was get a gym membership. The first couple of months, my boyfriend at the time broke up with me, and I was devastated. I was so sad, and saw these two girls working out, and I went up to them and I was like, hey, I just got dumped by my boyfriend, and guess what? I need friends, so can I work out with you? And bro, when I say I started crying. I was like, just let me be your friend and work out with me because I'm sad. And my sweet, sweet Caitlin and Paige were like, yes, come on. And it started such a beautiful friendship that is here till today. That's when the body started bodying. I'm telling you, I had six-pack abs. I was looking delicious. And honestly, I was not really counting macros. I was counting my calories at the time, which I do not recommend for myself. I really get fixated on the numbers, and that is why I also do not weigh myself very often. I lifted very consistently, and that was the best shape I have been in. Then we moved to 2020 where I got pregnant, and of course, as you would expect, the gains started going downhill. I did stay somewhat consistent in the gym. My first trimester, I was throwing up and I was not having a good time, but whenever I could get into the gym, I would do it. It was already such a big part of my life that it did not make sense for me to give that away. So I just would go to the gym, do what I could, and it did help me a lot. I'm gonna insert pictures of how I looked like when I was pregnant. I don't have very many pictures because I did not like being pregnant. Here's what I looked like after giving birth. So essentially, I had to start over and I had to really be consistent. My issue is after birth, I just thought I could go back to being who I was before and go 100%. And I quickly found out that I couldn't, and I needed to give my body time to recoup. I got a trainer and it was expensive, okay? It was expensive as hell, but it was worth it. He wrote me a program that I could follow until I felt comfortable to do it on my own again. Shortly after giving birth, we moved to Hawaii and the body started coming back. It started snatching back up. I was not like a gym girly like I was before giving birth, right? Like I would get in there like 3-4 times a week as much as I could. Sometimes I would just do home workouts because I could only do it when I wake up in the morning before my child wakes up. Not quitting has been the biggest deal for me. It's been what has kept my physique the way it is. It's been what has helped me keep my mental health sane. And yes, I am really hard on myself. I feel like there's a lot more I could be doing. I could look a lot better. I could eat better. I could take in more water. That's the beautiful thing about it. Like I have not gotten to the end. There's always something to look forward to. Just having a consistent baseline of knowing that I go to the gym every so often, right? And for you, it could be 3 times a week. It could be 4 times a week. It could be twice a week. Whatever it is that you do, it is a matter of having that consistency and showing up every so often. And I know some people really work out 6 times a week and it's doable for them. Fuck. My camera decided to get hot out of nowhere, so I don't even know where I left off at. At this point of my life, I think I have a little bit more time to dedicate to my fitness goals again. I'm more interested in a little bit more body recomposition. I want to be better at meal prepping, drinking enough water, and just having a healthy baseline. I'm happy with my physique, but I think at this point in my life, it is time for me to focus on growing this booty, okay? Next time we talk about this, right? Next time I make a video about the progress I have made, just prepare to be mind blown over how this bunda looks, okay? Thank you. Hold me accountable. You know what, as a matter of fact, I may make a little series of what workouts I'll be doing. Maybe this could be the next series on my booty workouts for the next, I think 3-4 months, just to see the difference. If I was to give anybody any advice, one, don't expect it to just go smoothly. Just know that life is gonna bring you ups and downs and you have to be able to just absorb the shock and keep it pushing. The second thing I would say is to set realistic goals for yourself. Don't say you're gonna go work out 7 days a week if you cannot afford 7 days a week. Also, don't shortchange yourself and say you're gonna go 2 days a week when you know you could do 4. You know what I mean? Find something that's realistic to your lifestyle and stick to it. Also, plan ahead. I am a big proponent of meal prepping. Plan your workouts ahead. Don't go to the gym without an idea of what you want to do. Be flexible with your schedule too. Understand that things are going to change and your plan could also change. It is not set in stone that you have to do things the way you said you were going to do them the first time. You're allowed to change your mind, boo. Also, choose workouts that you enjoy. If you're into workout classes instead of going to the gym and lifting, do that. If you're into walking, do that. If you're into running, Pilates, whatever it is you're into doing, start with that. Lastly, celebrate your small wins, okay? If your goal is to lose weight, when you have those numbers coming down, celebrate that. If your goal is to have better water intake, celebrate it, you know what I mean? If you are doing well with meal prepping, if you're showing up, remember that you're doing what you said you were gonna do and pat yourself on the back. Now, when I say celebrate, it doesn't mean go eat all the Oreos in the pack like I would do. It just means remember that you're doing well. And before I even say that was the last point, this is the true last point. Document it. Take progress pictures, please, I beg you. I don't have a lot of pictures and I definitely regret it. You live in this body, so it is hard to see the changes as they come. So it's very important to take pictures. You don't have to post them, girl, but you could also post them. If you post them, let me know, because I'll go look at you. I'll stalk you, okay? But if not, keep it in your phone. Keep them in your phone and reflect. Look at it side by side. Look at where you started and 30 days later. And I promise you it's gonna be different. At the end of the day, your fitness journey is for you. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. And we've heard it over and over. Comparison is a thief of joy. Go on social media. Let those people inspire you, but don't let them degrade how you feel about yourself. If you're following people who make you feel like shit about yourself just based on looking at them, then unfollow them. If you have people in your life telling you you're big, you're small, you're this, you're that, kick them to the curb.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Don't sit here and chase impossible standards. Give yourself time to execute the plan that you placed for yourself. This does not happen overnight. I have to remind myself, and I'm here to remind you that, baby. It does not happen overnight. Find joy in the process and remember that this is just a promise that you're keeping to yourself, and that's the most beautiful part of it. If you're on your fitness journey, let me know down in the comments how it's going for you, how you stay consistent, and if you've had the same ups and downs that I have had. For those who are just now starting, just know that you've got this. You're not only the main character of the story, you're the director of it. So make this shit good, okay? Win Emmys, baby.
And you know who I want to thank? I want to thank me.
Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you guys on the next video. Love you.